and give them something they need to let you go. Right?
Objection, speculation.
That's what you're doing. Don't speculate about anyone else. That's what you're doing, right?
They know that. Dennis know it, Gaither know it.
And there's no picture of you with $300,000. You're not saying that's true. You just said that to the police.
I had $300,000. You know, it would have been pictures, videos, and everything. The whole world would have seen it.
I'd like to go through with you Jeffery Williams, or JW 241F as in Fox, State's Exhibit number 378YA as in Elisa. This is January 11, 2015. So this is, 7-8 hours after Mr. Thomas was, God forbid, shot. It's 3:14:24 a.m. to 3:14:29 a.m. And I want you to hear and listen for whether you said this. I never had a problem with Nut. Me and Nut ain't never had two words with each other. Me and Nut was always okay. You know what I'm saying? The only person I ever had a problem with was Cal. Just tell me if that's what being said.
I never had a problem with nothing. Me and Nut ain't never had two words to each other. Me and Nut was always okay. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Mr. Copeland, what I said, that was fairly accurate?
What you say?
What I said
Yo.
when I asked you to listen for it, that was accurate? That was...
Good morning. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here.
Actually, a little time before January 6, 2015, I'm using that date.
Oh. What's up with y'all? Salute to everybody in here. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Yeah. You back on bow ties and cardigans, man. Straight up. Salute. Y'all know what time it is, man. We about to have a wild day today. So Brian's still supposed to finish his cross exam, right? And then Shark gonna step up. A couple other guys said they got a little bit of questions for Woody, but not too much. You feel me? What y'all think? What happened yesterday? You see the title? Tap the like button. What the title
So when
mean?
you got that fight at Club Crucial?
Tap the like button. Yo, help me get to 100 likes before we get to 20 minutes, man.
On you.
Tap the like.
You know what I'm talking about?
You know I know what you're talking about.
Okay. So before that day, before January 6, 2015, you stole from Mr. Donovan Thomas's Tahoe vehicle his cellular telephone, his identification, his chain, his nut chain, and his wallet. Is that true?
I gave it back to him.
Okay. I'm going to get there, I promise you. And what happened was Mr. Donovan Thomas called his own cell phone and you answered it and made arrangements to give him back his property. Fair to say?
Sound like that.
And when he came to get his property, he came with other people in other cars, right?
Yo.
Sound like that.
And they had guns.
Yo, tap the like button. Is this the motive for all of this right here? Woody got green lighted for stealing Thug merchandise out his car. And then before he got stepped on, because he was scared of his brother, he tried to take the stuff out the car, give it back to Nut, so he could use Nut as a defense from Cows. It's my opinion. I'm speculating, right? So in his mind, he thinking, if I could make Nut rock with me, do something that he'll know that I rocks with him. You know what I mean? So he goes in the car. Who knows if he broke in it or he got in it with the doors unlocked or something. Because to be honest, it don't even sound right. You know what I mean? To catch somebody slipping with their chain, their wallet, all that in the car. Like, where was they? What, they had just went in the pool? Straight up. Like, Woody was at a pool party with Nut? Seeing Yo just put his stuff in the car and then swoop back and got it? Like, you feel me? Yo, a chain, a wallet, and what? Real rap. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate you being here. I'll be get to 100 likes before 20 minutes, y'all. Come on, we short.
Objection, assuming facts not evidence.
Well, he's asking the question of what.
Jason Johnson comes in with a nice opinion. So wrong. He can't explain it. Salute to everybody in here. Mwah. Good morning. Jason, we would respect your opinion if you could explain it, but we doubt that you're going to get up here and explain it. So it's actually wrong.
Mr. Copeland knows. So
These boys is Prince Halls. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't got a lot of us. This ain't nothing but a whole bunch of Prince Hall lies right here. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna.
Did they have guns? Did you saw?
Yeah.
And shortly after that, you learned that Donovan Thomas and others were going to hurt you.
There you go. All right. Pay attention. First off, he said he met up with Boo at the gambling. I mean, he met up with Nut at the gambling spot. He say Nut. He ain't meet up with him. No, he seen him at the gambling spot and he was with Boo. Y'all know Boo is a whole rat at this point already. Multiple times. Full throttle working. Yeah. Yo, did Boo tell Woody and them to step on Nut? What really happened? Because Nut and them started saying that Boo was a rat. That's what people were saying. Eventually, Nut and them started saying Boo was a rat. But I could have swore he said Boo was with him when they pulled up on Nut. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate you.
Objection, improper character. Victim.
Sustained.
You knew that Donovan Thomas and others
Nah, Nikki, don't erase that.
that
She
you
was
heard
responding to the dude up
that
at
they
the
were
top.
going to hurt you.
Objection, Your Honor, assuming facts not evidence and improper character evidence.
Sustained.
Tap the like button. Yeah, somebody tried to come in and deter us this morning with a wild opinion. Totally off. Misleading. Almost like the news at the beginning of the trial. Y'all remember all the news sites at the beginning of the trial was vilifying YSL? Think about that. All of the news at the beginning. They was vilifying these boys. Like everything the state said was correct. Remember that? Yeah, y'all need to go back to some of the original news clips where people is saying YSL is guilty, including the news media. So it's funny to see that the people was even watching it through the media. Real rap.
Did you ever listen to Donovan Thomas have a meeting with others where they discussed you?
Yeah, I was told.
And you were actually listening, and there was a person named Maurice or Mo who was in prison on the call as well, right?
What?
I don't know.
He was
I don't know
listening.
who somebody.
Whoa. He was listening. Good morning. I appreciate all y'all being here. Stand still. We about to rock. Mm-hmm. Fasten your seatbelts. The roller coaster. Stand up joint. And we going upside down. And we going through a tunnel. And through some water. Hold tight.
Came back and told me.
Okay. And you understood that Donovan Thomas and others were going to hurt you. Is that true?
Objection, assuming facts not inside.
Sustained.
Nah, that's important. Is that true? Why nobody don't care? Like, why is this not a big deal? Yo got green lighted by a group of guys that's allegedly to be dangerous. And this not a big deal. On the strength of you blaming this on somebody else.
Did you believe
Brian laughed.
hurt you? Is that true?
Objection, assuming facts not
Kiki.
inside evidence.
Sustained.
Did you believe come around January 10th, 2015, that Donovan Thomas and others were going to hurt you. Do you believe that?
Same objection of relevance.
Talking to him like he is uncle.
What his belief.
It goes to a state of mind on the day that Mr.
Had the light, run the lights up. All right.
Yes.
If you put that with, he got dusted in the club and he ain't trying to take no losses, what you get? He smoked nut. The motive right now leans towards he smoked nut, y'all. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate you being here. I don't know what the narrative out there is out in the world. I ain't been looking at none of the other Young Thug streamers. This narrative I'm kicking is all from inside my head with the trial, y'all, in this chat. Seriously, I done isolated myself. Yeah, I ain't been looking at no other streamers or nothing. I ain't getting no ideas from nobody. I don't know what nobody think about this. But y'all, real rap, tap the like button, salute. I appreciate you being here. Help me get to 100 before we get to 10 minutes. 20.
Did you believe that on the date Donovan Thomas was killed, that he and others, his friends, were going to had a plan to hurt you physically?
I was told it.
By who?
When you told the police on January 11, 2015, that you and Nut ain't never had any words, never had a problem, your only problem was with Kel, just didn't want to tell the police about that.
Say that again.
Hey, yo, this boy used Young Thug, the rental car with Young Thug name on it intentionally to incriminate him.
You did not share with the police what you believed to be a problem.
He was mad that they let him get dusted in the club and they ain't help him. Remember he said Thug was in there? Remember I asked, I said Thug and that was in there? How all this go down in the club if Thug and them was in there? It's supposed to have been an all-out brawl. Y'all ain't paying attention. Yeah, buddy. This was not no YSL versus if. If it was, it would have turned into a whole fight in the club. A whole brawl. What, dudes was by themselves? No. He told you. Group of guys hopped on him. I asked off top, yo, where was YSL? How they out front? They ain't inside. Bro, I told y'all. Pay attention. Pay attention. The story is in the story. You got to look through. Scratch the cases that's being presented. They different cases. Like the defense is presenting a case to the jury that they want them to believe. The state is presenting a case to the jury that they want them to believe. You understand? The truth is in between. That's why I be like, I'm looking at the facts. What happened? Holmes got dusted in the club. His mans and them was in there. Thug was performing that night. Huh? It's crazy. This don't even sound right. If this was a full throttle, blood on blood war, internal beef that sparked off, bro, it would have gotten crazy in there that night.
That Donovan Thomas was and his friends were trying to hurt you. You didn't share that with Detective Thorpe, did you?
No.
You told Detective Thorpe that you never had a problem with Nut. Mr. Thomas. Just heard that.
That's what I told him.
Keep in mind, y'all, the motive for Thug having a problem with Nut is lame. They want us to believe that the problem was with shell cows, and they whack Nut couldn't get the shell cows. But he got less money, and he vulnerable. Yes, sir. He doing backdoor stuff to everybody in his own gang. You ain't pay attention? And he done took Nut Connect off. So Thug could have easily stepped on yo, calling Cap. And I ain't talking about no 49ers quarterback.
I want to go into what you have been told by law enforcement. I'm going to do it all from January 10th.
After like we need 25 more. Come on, baby. We got 5 minutes. Run the lights up. Let me get to a Hunsky, baby. state brought. Oh, yo, ho. Hey, yo, I watched the episode on Atlanta homicides or whatever that show is, right? Listen, they had a case where dude got shot, right? They ain't know who did it. Come to find out, they track it down. 2 young bulls and a chick. Case of mistaken identity. But Shorty, they tried to get Shorty to tell, even though she was a part of the situation. I forget, she was involved, right? So look, right? They give Shorty the immunity, so she'd tell, just like Woody. Shorty finally goes to court 3 years later. Oh, this is the Lance Bottoms. This her nephew case, y'all. Yeah, this the mayor case. All right. Shorty got immunity. The chick that told on the 2 young bulls got immunity, right? She got up on the stand and pulled a Woody. They still got the conviction. Yeah. So let me explain. They gave her the immunity. Shorty got up there and reneged on her testimony. Yeah. Ain't point the boys out. Try to save them. They still got the conviction. They played the interrogation tapes as a weapon towards Shorty not wanting to tell the truth on the stand. That's the same exact thing that's playing out right here, just to let y'all know. Just to let you know. Same thing happened in the Lance Bottoms case. Yeah. Y'all thought I wasn't doing no work? I was. Tap the like button. Let me get 8 more up there.
Listen, this is JW240AA.
Yes. She pulled a Woody before Woody. It's a thing in Atlanta. It's a thing in the streets, y'all. Yeah, you could tell. Didn't get up there and renege. Seriously. Shorty knew the formula. Already out. I told y'all. I said, yo, this ain't new. This ain't new. And I kept saying, I said, yo, all these little things they doing, yo, this been in the air. It's been in the air. Dudes wouldn't even been talking like they wouldn't even looked at it like that. That's why DK and Woody asked the police for the wire and the camera. I don't think them boys got that from the movie. I think them boys got that from some rumors on the streets. Straight up. Pay attention though, y'all.
Elisa. State's exhibit number 378YE. It's June 10th, 2015.
Oh, and I ain't jacking that Lance Bottoms situation because of the connection of crime and politics. I really ain't, like, that story don't even match. Mistaken identity on 2 people in the car. The people in the car think it's some people that came through and hit they peoples up the other day, but they only hit the driver. 2 shooters. Yeah, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. Salute for the 100 likes. We ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole right now. You heard? Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here.
It's 1:15 p.m. 1:51 p.m.
Oh, yo. Seen that page that got nut up on it? It's an Instagram page, but it got a picture of somebody in the store with that red jacket on. The video that we seen now. But this page posted the video footage. The news showed the clip of the car and the barbershop footage. Did y'all know that? I never knew that the news been showing the car on the news, y'all. Atlanta news showed that Infinity in that barbershop footage. I ain't know that. I can't find the original footage of Atlanta playing it. Well, showing the picture of the car and the picture in the barbershop of yo with the jacket on. So it's an old Instagram page, y'all, that was trolling. Claiming they was like, rest in peace, nut. But it was trolling them bulls, right? And it had a screenshot of Holmes with that red jacket in the barbershop on it in 2015 from the news. And it had a screenshot of the Infinity up there. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Good morning.
Again, and tell the jury if this is accurate. You said it is though. I sat right here. You know what I mean? I promised I wouldn't back out for nothing. You know what I mean? Detective says, I'ma find out. You said, like I said, man, if that was to keep me out of jail, y'all can help me. I promise you.
Salute,
One
Goon.
Birdman, Kente, any of them, I will go.
Hold up. Tap the like button. Salute the Goon, man. Goon said, good morning, Post and fam. I love how I open YouTube and I ain't even got to search. Laughing. Laughing. Laughing like a Monjon. I like that, Goon. I like that. I like that. Straight up. You the best.
Go right there and do what I have to do, right?
You DJ Khaled to me, bro. In my heart. Yeah, in my heart, even though I ain't never seen you. You the best. Yeah. Yeah. Salute to the green team that's in here. Straight up, y'all looking like the Jets. For real. Yeah. Y'all looking like the Jets. Yeah.
I am good with anybody. You know, even though all this SHI
Yeah.
blank going on, you know, and detective says,
I like them vibes.
mean, right, and you said, I put it on my mom. I promise you, one Birdman jail.
Oh.
Like I said, man, detective says, I'ma find out. You said, like I said, man, if that was to keep me out of jail, y'all can help me. I promise you. One Birdman, Kente, any of them, I will go right there and do what I have to do, right? I am good with anybody. You know, even though all this SHI blank going on, you know, and detective says, you mean, right? And you said, I put it on my mama's soul. I mean it. I want you to listen to this, okay?
I got kisses for all you. Good morning. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all the best.
I mean, like I said, man, if they were to keep me out of jail and y'all can help me, man, I promise you, you gonna throw up Birdman, I can't say any one of them.
Whoa. Yo, bow ties in the chat if you know who Kente is. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's different over here. If you knew, you might want to stick around. I swear. Yeah. I'm like an OG from Atlanta. I know more than what's within the news got. No. Straight up. I ain't even exaggerating. I'm not. You could go to all these other news sources. I don't mind. They don't know what we know. I don't know what they know. I bet one thing, though. I bet I understand more than they do. They just accepting the surface. What's, what you get when you just look at it. They ain't got the context, bro. They ain't got the context, bro. They ain't got the right shoes on. They ain't got the right shoes on, bro. They ain't come from this. Yeah. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Straight up. I like where we at. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm tired of Woody, though. Yeah. I'm tired of Woody. We ain't getting nothing from him. His shenanigans done ran dry. Yeah, I mean, boy, I mean, the way media ran with exploiting him, even though he's a goofy, but they don't put nobody that's stand up on a pedestal. So, like, why you can't get invited to these types of spots for being stand up? You understand? But we seen this show before. Alpo got more attention than some of the stand up dudes. Straight up, even on the back end. Yeah, you got dudes who kept it real. Did they thing, did all their time, come home, they get one interview. Alpo had a 50. Now, he really didn't because he didn't get a chance and he really wasn't exploiting it. But you know the difference.
I'm gonna go right there and do what I have to do. Like, I'm good with anybody. Like, even all this shit going on, I didn't give you a
Yo, I hate to get into like how it used to be, but I don't think like even civilians didn't play with you if you had a bad name. Real rap. If they ain't know, they wouldn't, it don't matter to them. But if somebody said it, even if they was green, they know that type of, they knew what it meant. They knew what it meant. Holmes ain't right. And not only is he not right, he done did something out in the streets that's so wild, you could be in danger from being around him. See, that's the element that people not looking at. See, it's one thing that's your family member, that's your bro. He done told on people, you cool with him. Your uncle gonna pull you to the side and say, yo, don't be riding in no car with that boy. Don't let me catch you riding that little ass Honda y'all be driving in with no tents, riding around with that boy. Boy, you crazy? Straight up, you get it? Straight like that.
Now, did you hear Detective Gaither say June 10, 2015,
Snatch you out the car.
p.m.? But you mean that right? And you said I put on my mama's soul. She's saying that.
Y'all taking a big L? Nah, bro. See, just the times where I defend the A. No, y'all not, bro. This ain't on y'all. This ain't a city thing, bro. Now I could use this time to kind of roll with you and agree. It's not, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with no whole city. Like, this American culture. Can't put this ain't in no city, bro. It's going down in every major. Every major, bro. Matter of fact, you might be able to say that it might be going down worse in the small pockets. Yeah. Be honest. The pressure, it's looser. You know how you can maneuver once you step outside that inner layer. You can move a little bit. You got more area. All that. It's less people doing what y'all doing. All that. So like, yeah, don't sleep. Don't sleep. I was out there. Hey yo,
They're gonna help them.
I changed my career because of this. I swear to God, I wasn't worried about no dudes doing nothing violent. I mean, that's gonna be a part of the game. I was worried about somebody telling and keep escalating my career, knowing. Let's go back to what that police said in that video, or what we was watching. Oh, it was Brian Still. No, oh, it was the federal agent telling Woody them 3 charges. See, I understood that. I had a whole bunch of drug charges. I knew. I keep coming in front of these judges. And I got more weight than I had before. Man, one of these times, they going to give me a nice 10-piece or the feds going to come through. I knew what time it was.
You'll do anything to get out of jail, right?
Right.
Okay. I want to go back in time, same day, but this is going to be 9:45 a.m., so about 4 hours before, 3 hours before. This is JW240B as
Nah,
in
the G
Barry,
code
B
still
as
there,
in
y'all.
Barry, States Exhibit
Hold on. Nah, don't sleep, y'all. Your G code still there, y'all. Streets evolved. It's advanced. Yes. Don't sleep, y'all. It ain't the end of the road. Don't look at it like, yo, it's all over. Nah, it just evolved, y'all. Evolved. There's more people out there. It's less money. More people, less money. The violence amplified. Some could say that it was intentionally amplified. You might be able to argue that it was natural. Either way, 2K24. You get it? All meant to be. Don't sleep. It's not coincidence. Not coincidence.
378 YE as in Aaron. This is 9:45, 19 a.m. to 9:48, 39 a.m. And it's Detective Cunningham. Not detective, Special Agent with the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Explosive, Cunningham. She's a female, and she says, and I want you to make sure that it's accurate. She says, okay, I need you to listen. You know you're a felon. You know that you got a gun today, so you can't even dispute that. I don't even want you to try because you're just going to be wasting my time and yours too. And let me finish. You said no, and there's overlapping conversation, meaning multiple people.
No community.
ATF Agent Cunningham says, me and Investigator Gaither, but the gun today, the one we found today in the apartment, meaning when you were arrested from your apartment on June 10, 2015. You said, ATF Agent Cunningham said, no.
Yo, pay attention, y'all. All right, so let me get back on track, right? So look, this conversation between Agent Cunningham, which is Pretty Teeth, the same one that talked to Thug. He was acting all cool. They was flirting. Yeah, I mean, she must got a thick bottom or something. You heard? Even the other detective was looking. I mean, who was the other detective? Was that Racy in that? Who was the other detective that was in there with Cunningham, y'all? We clarify who it was. Cunningham, Pretty Teeth, right? Yeah. Now she came in there and straight spooked Woody, but they did that. They weaponized it. His lack of knowledge and understanding. Even though she wasn't bluffing about the charges, the way she was saying it, she was trying to stack it up like how a judge do, or like how detectives do in the interrogation room. Like, but normally you don't hear about it in that instance. He wasn't being charged with murder. They was using his other charges to tell him he was going to be locked up for the rest of his life. Think about that, y'all. Woody had enough charges for them to threaten him to be locked up for the rest of his life, and it wasn't murder. Think about that. Now, everybody trying to make it out like I'm tripping when I say this boy wasn't supposed to have been on the street. But what that lady say? What the lady say to the boy? Bro, with these charges, and he didn't even know how many total charges he had. See, look, I told y'all, I was conscious to this. Yo, I ain't trying to get no more charges, bro. You sitting on the edge of the next time you go in there and see that judge, somebody gonna smash you. You understand? I knew this outside. How didn't he? Real rap, y'all. This a thing. Whereas though somebody should definitely tell you if you really rocking and rolling outside, bro. What you got? Oh, you just got locked up for what? Man, you got another gun charge. Bro, don't get no more. Straight up. I'm telling you, these is the type of things that's supposed to be transferred out there. Don't don't go back in there. Do not go back in there playing with them people.
Now, when it comes to the federal system, it's not when you go do your time, there's no parole. There is no what it is. I mean, and then Detective Gaither says early release. And then Agent Cunningham says no early release. You may get good behavior, but that's only like you get nothing. And they typically don't let you stay in Atlanta. They might ship you off somewhere clear across the country. So whatever you do, and then you say, darn, but you said before, my head hurt.
All right. So they want us to believe that Woody is a gang member, right? And that he was a gang member, a part of YSL. He was a blood, he 30 deep, all these types of things, right? Well, I want y'all to pay attention to that boy in them interrogation rooms having a hissy fit every time they tell that boy that they ready to put him in the jail. Now, let me explain why. He doesn't want to go to the jail because them boys is food, because they fake bloods. And the other bloods is way deeper than them. And the other gangs deeper than them. So they going to bully everybody in the clink because Thug can't save them in there. So these boys are super food in this jail system, y'all. I'm letting y'all know. That's why they really don't want to go over there. That go for all of them. I'm telling y'all, if you got some dudes that's alleged steppers getting poked up and put on timeout in the back of the jail, bro, your regular dudes ain't got nothing coming, cuz. Your regular guys, like, yo, I'm talking about, y'all getting party mode coming through. That's why DK and him was in there like, man, I'm not trying to go over that jail. They don't even want to get booked. Do you hear that? They not even trying to get booked. This ain't jail, y'all. This is being booked in till you get bailed out. They don't even want to be booked. That's different, y'all. I don't think I ever heard somebody say they ain't want to go in our bookings. The city jail where I'm at, yeah, it get a little bit, but the bookings, golly, bro, you can't even go through a walk in the bookings. Sheesh.
Agent Cunningham said, I'll go back and tell the United States attorney that's assigned to this case, this is what he did to help himself out. It pans out. Or I can go back and tell her, this is what he said. We found out it was a lie. He's continuing to play games.
Jawanda, you are right. I did notice that. Jawanda Cooper says, why is the judge rushing the defense but letting the state slow roll the case? I was wondering that. She kept asking dudes how long they was going to take. I was offended. Then she made an excuse. She holla, I'm just asking, cuz. What? What? You just asking cuz what? You ain't do that to them.
The judge do what they want to do. So, before we can even get started, especially while I'm sitting here,
You don't want to get booked, even if it. Oh, you don't want to get booked only because it takes longer to get bailed out. What? Not really. It don't take that long. Just gotta see the commissioner. As soon as you see the commissioner, you legit to get bailed. They could press that line, pay the bail, and that process getting worked through. Your name is getting put up on the board, and they ready to start working your ass out the door. Man, I done did this. Yes, sir. Nah, we just need a commissioner. That's the only person we caring about. Once the law put the cuffs on, I ain't got no rap. Take me to the commissioner. Straight like that. I don't know how y'all's work. Not right street. Oh, y'all's don't go like that. Yeah, the paperwork might take some time. Processing. That's cool. But the bail been paid. Yeah, the bail paid. I'm kicking my feet back. I ain't eating nothing. I don't need no juice. Nothing.
everything is on you. Because
Gucci.
I've never talked to you before. So with me, you almost get a clean slate to help yourself. If you do lies, I don't, cause I got too much other stuff to do and would hate to have to go back and tell the U.S. attorney, but he's lying, he's full of crap. It's up to you. You said, before I lie, then there's a lot of people talking. Agent Cunningham said, it's up to you, Mr. Copeland. You said, before I lie, Agent Cunningham said, let me finish. I think it's a 3 or 4 time convicted felon you are. How many felonies do you have? Detective Gaither said, about 3, don't you? Agent Cunningham said, you got 3. Detective Gaither said, about 3 or 4. You said, talking about what? Agent Cunningham said, how many felonies do you have? You said,
Yo, tap the like button. So look, y'all, pay attention. So Gaither and Dennis prepped him. Thorpe, Gaither, and Dennis prepped him. Got him right. You know what I mean? To where as though they got him as good as possible. Then they baited him by telling him he could defend himself, right? Yeah. Then he went and got the weapon. After he got the weapon, they asked him, oh, you got the strap? He told him, yeah, I got the strap from the pawn shop, you feel me? But that's just something so I could defend myself. They like, oh, yeah, you got the right to defend yourself. Look, boom. After he got the weapon, something happened. He pull up at the gymnasium, get chipped off again. Then that's when the feds swoop in. They lined him up, y'all, to make a RICO. It's obvious, y'all. It's blatant. Seriously, they made a RICO.
I'm on on probation for?
How did they know he was dead? Somebody told. If you pay attention in the interrogation, he starts to figure it out. The police basically alluded to. You know what I mean? Somebody was telling on you. For real. They used that as a method to make him not cooperate with his friends. So he turned him against everybody else by making him think that they were setting him up and going to kill him. They literally told him, yo, Stillwell and Lil D gonna smoke you. Bro, they built him. He was vulnerable. That's why Dolly and them got on the phone with him, knowing the police was talking, and manipulated him back. They like, man, you need to get right, man. I gotta talk to you too when you get bailed out. And they like, yeah, them people trying to say we smoke nut. Pay attention. That was Thug and Max that said that. Dolly, whatever the hell her name is. I mean, more Woodies in Atlanta. Nah, you want to ask how many Woodies are in the United States? Don't blame Atlanta. In Atlanta, if you in the chat, you owe me for defending you right now, because I could easily do a goddamn double stomp on you while people try and put y'all down. I don't get no credit. Yeah, Waterside, that title is crazy, ain't it? They don't know though.
Before Agent Cunningham said, how many convictions?
I went
for
hard,
felony?
didn't I?
Detective Gaither said it's around 3. You said, I don't know. Agent Cunningham said, let's just assume it's 3, okay?
I got tired of
Convictions
playing
tell
with
you
him.
right now, you have heard of the armed career criminal. You said, you're not going to worry about me lying. Agent Cunningham
They want me to throw a flag up, put the white flag. I said, hell no. We putting the war flags up. They want me to tap out, y'all. Nah, cuz. Put the war flags up. Let them know it's on.
said, you have heard of armed career criminal with 3 while you're sitting here now. And how old are you? You said 23. Agent Cunningham said 23. You got 15 years off the top. Off the top. And that's before you even get into the time for whatever your charge is. And possession by a convicted felon is 5 years twice. That's 10.
I see
So
what
we're
they
talking
want,
about 15
Waterside.
plus 10 on top of that. You're looking at what, 48 years old? That's what you're looking at. This is serious. You said, I told you it's getting Detective Gaither said, I told you it's getting real.
Yo, what's them things where they test your brain waves? I would love to see one of them things on Woody right now. What's them things, bro, where they put the little dots on your head, you know what I mean? And test, I mean, he already got a bald head, you feel me? So seriously, I want to know what's going on in your mind right now. Did y'all see that boy just squirm? A EEG, there you go. Yeah. Look.
You said 23.
Watch him.
Agent Cunningham said 23. You got 15 years off the top. Off the top. And that's before you even get into the time for whatever your charge is. And possession by a convicted felon is 5 years twice. That's 10. We're talking about 15 plus 10 on top of that. You're looking at what, 48 years old?
Yo, did y'all see that boy face? Yo, he listening right now, and it's like he reliving it. That boy just responded to the time again. Like, God damn. Pay attention. Listen, y'all. Look. Watch his face when Holmes read the time back just now. Yo gonna say, damn.
15 plus 10 on top of that. You're looking at what, 48 years old?
Yo, can y'all see him? Can y'all see? Did you see the impact? Yo, it hit him again. That boy got immunity years later, and it hit him.
Possession by a convicted felon is 5 years twice. That's 10. We're talking about 15 plus 10 on top of that. You're looking at what, 48 years old? That's what you're looking at. This is serious. You said, I told you it's getting Detective Gaither said, I told you it's getting real. Detective Gaither said, nobody has time for the bull crap. You said, I told you it's getting real.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the realest shit that could ever be said to you. It's you ain't gonna get out till you 45. If you 20 something, I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna get your mind right. The reason why is the years move so slow when you that young. So when somebody say something like that, your math starts like this. Damn, that's my whole life up until this date. Like, so you mean to tell me I ain't gonna get out to double what I am now? That thought process right there, that'll crush you. Yeah. I was there before, scared. I ain't never get faced that time. I was doing stuff where as though if I came back, you know. So I was feeling like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Then, dudes around me start really getting, 10. I'm like, oh, cuz, they ain't playing. Now, I'd already did a year. Got my mind right a little bit. But I still was playing hard. So I know how it sound like when you really gotta sit there and I ain't got faced with it by a judge. I did it to myself. Hold on, bro. How do I feel if I had to do a 10 piece or a 20 right now? I told my man he was about to go turn himself in to do his 10. I'm about 22. He about 21. I'm assuming somewhere around there, right? That's what I tell him. You turning yourself in. Yo got a Fed case. They gave him 10. Let him come home, get his mind right before he got to turn himself in. They gave his ass a due date or something. I couldn't believe it. I say, what? You gonna turn yourself in? They let you go. I say, yo, bro, I would never turn myself in at this age. I say, bro, I give them 30 to 40. I'm not giving them 20 to 30. My man went and did the 10. Came home, got back to the chicken, got another 10. Straight up.
I knew it. I tried. Agent Cunningham said, that's not including whatever conspiracies you're involved in. Mr. Copeland, if I really wanted to be a bad ASS and treat you bad, I'd probably throw the book at you and wouldn't think twice about it. You got a baby girl, a beautiful baby girl. I want you to listen to it. And this is all at the early in the morning, 9:45 a.m., okay?
Yo, ho. Let me tell y'all why the 10s is bad in where we playing, where me and my peoples was playing. We ain't talking about bodies and gun playing. We talking about straight drugs. Yeah. You feel me? See, like when you talking more violent than you expecting it. We talking, we young and dudes just happen to have access to get to the weight. So that's why dudes is getting these 10 packs. Holmes ain't even have that many charges, y'all. You understand? Yeah. Holmes got caught with a nice bit of, you know what I mean?
Okay, I need you to listen. You know you're a felon. You know you got that gun today. Today, so you can't even dispute that. So I don't even want you to try because you're just gonna be
Where else
wasting
was
my
he gonna
time
go?
and you want to.
808, this boy was traveling up and down the whole goddamn eastern coast of the United States into Canada, boy. The boy knew, boy, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nah, I ain't accepting that. Guys had that fire in them. Guys willing to go post up anywhere. Guys was already in cuts and crevices in places in the United States. I wasn't even willing to go. So was he built for the run? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he was built for it.
But the gun today, the one we found today in the apartment. Now, when it comes to the federal system, it's not no, you go do your time. There's no parole. There is no, what is it? I mean, there's no early release. You may get good behavior, but that's only like, you get nothing. And they typically don't let you stay in Atlanta. They might ship you off somewhere across the country. So, whatever you do.
All right, you see how his head dropped down? When she told him that they're going to ship him away from Atlanta? All right, some street dudes don't know how things going to work out of their city. Straight up, they ain't going for it. They don't want that. Seriously, y'all, I ain't going to lie. Sometimes they right. It is going to get real tough in another state's prison system. The feds ain't the same as that, though. I'm going to keep it real. You got people from your city where you at. So he just green right now. That's why he folded up like that. Straight up. She knew, they know who they dealing with. They know he don't know. So she just saying all this stuff is spooking him. We going to move you to Atlanta. If you was already out in the streets, you know that's what they do in the feds. That ain't nothing new, boy. That's the standard. Shipping your ass to Wisconsin. Straight like that. So you can't talk to your people. Come on, man.
I hope they can tell the U.S. attorney there's a bad to your case. This is what he did to help himself out. It pans out. Or I can go back and tell her, this is what he said. We found out it was lies. He continued to play games.
Fix 5 say Thugger should have fed them guys better. You got to feed your dogs or they will bite you. Fix. Now, guess what? He running a tighter mission than that. That's the regular round the way. Keep everybody right. Nah, yo running iron fist. Don't feed nobody. King shit. If you ask me, this higher level than that right there. You talking the guy who loved by the locals. That only gets you but so far. And they'll knock your ass off later on. For real. If you really want to look at the script, if he is playing, Holmes playing higher level than that, bro. And I play like how you talking. I'm with you, Fix. Me and you will be round the way still. Yeah, we rich and everybody like us and we got to defend ourselves, you feel me? But we still local with it. Holmes playing that international game, cuz. For real. For real. He ain't playing by himself though. Nah, he ain't playing by himself. He got put in the game, y'all. Some major players involved. Major
Judge do what
players.
they want to do. So, what I'm trying to tell you, before we even get started, especially while I'm sitting here, everything is on you because I've never taught you before. So with me, you almost get a clean slate to help yourself. I don't do lies. I just don't because I got too much other stuff to do. And I would hate to have to go back and tell any U.S. attorney, you know what, he just lying and he full of crap. It's up to you, Mr. Copeland. You are I think, is it a 3 or 4 times convicted felon? How many felons do you have?
About 3 of them.
You have 3?
About 3 or 4. Right.
How many felonies?
I'm saying, like, is it what I'm waiting for?
How many convictions that are felonies do you have? Is it 3 or 4?
It's around there, yeah. I don't know.
Okay, let's just assume it's 3, okay? I'm going to tell you right now. With 3, have you ever heard of armed career criminal?
Not gonna read on me line.
Have you ever heard of armed career criminal? With 3, where you sitting at now, and you how old?
23.
23. You get 15.
Bro, armed career criminal. Yo, do y'all know how many people that we done talked about and went over their jacket that should be locked up in this RICO if what she said is true? Seriously, bro. Bro, we wouldn't even be here. I mean, Woody shouldn't have been out in 2014. First off, he shouldn't even got released that in the last time he was locked up before this nut situation. He shouldn't even have been out. And I think that goes for a couple people. That go for threat, Stillwell. It's a couple people, bro. They jacket as soon as they turn into adults. They got gun possession as a felon. Robberies, ag assaults. You feel me? Real rap. Dudes is not, they jumping into their adulthood, running up the charges. Everybody. Seriously. OG Bentley, he another one.
Here off the top. Off the top.
No,
That's
Gunna ain't
what
gotta
we need to
testify.
get into the time.
Hold on. Gunna agreement says that if he does testify, then he can plead the fifth. Yo, Gunna ain't guilty. He ain't involved in no overacts. People was tripping on Gunna, y'all. I been said it, bro. They was geeking. The internet was geeking on that boy. And I ain't even a Gunna fan. They was just really geeking.
Whatever your charge is, and possession by convicted felons, 5 years, twice is 10. So we talking about 15 plus 10 on top of that. You was at, what, 48 years old? That's what you looking at. This is serious.
I told you.
Nobody has time for bull crap.
I told you it's getting real. Did I not? I knew it. I knew it. I changed.
That's not included whatever conspiracies you involved in. Mr. Copeland, if I really wanted to be a badass to treat you bad,
Y'all saying this lady chew
I could probably
tobacco?
throw the book at you and wouldn't think twice about it. You got a baby girl. Beautiful baby girl.
Y'all see how they weaponizing every trick in the book to move their RICO forward. That's what they doing. That's what we watching.
Open what I said, was that fair? What they were telling you? They being the federal agent Cunningham and Detective Gaither, Detective Gaither.
What happened?
Is that pretty much what they're telling you? 48 years of age, you got federal charges, 25 years off the top.
All right, by telling you you're gonna be locked up to 48 when you're 23, and you got a new pretty girl. Yo, they use this trick every time. You got a newborn, and you're gonna be facing all this time. Now tell me what you know, so my job can be easier. Straight up, I'm not going to defend you. I'm not going to protect the information so anyone finds out. People are going to find out you told, and we're not going to move you. Your family's going to have to deal with the whole stigma of you being a whole turkey in the neighborhood. Yeah. And we ain't talking Thanksgiving. Yo, they don't care about these people. But I seen something yesterday where they actually said it was dangerous for people to testify. But these people had money. So they use poor people to testify in dangerous environments and just throw them back out there in the neighborhood and expect them to live the rest of their lives successfully. Yup. Just so they could get a case. Straight up. Damage all types of lives. This dude got kids, grandmother he lived with, all types of stuff. Get him to tell, right? So we can get one conviction, right? Because we really can't get all of the evidence without, somebody telling, because we just not good at our job. For real. We just not. We ruin lives on a daily basis to feed our own family. You know what I mean? Straight up. Getting the poor people to tell we don't protect them. Straight like that. Hey, yo.
Yes,
Hey, yo, what's up with these lawyers that be covering this case? Why they don't talk about the way the inner city is being picked apart like that on a daily basis, but they only want to cover it when they got some clout attached to it so they can monetize it? Y'all need to be pointing the finger at these lawyers that's covering this case that don't speak up for poor people. Straight up. Because they getting railroaded every day. They getting dealt with every day. They ain't see how many people in this case then got tricked into telling, and they just going to be looked at as whole goddamn nobodies in their city. Seriously. Look at what this case really doing. How many lives this case then ruined so these people could try to get some type of phony-ass RICO so they could move forward and keep manipulating the poor people in that city like that. That's terrible. They've been doing this for years to these people down there. I'm sad what these people been doing to these people. Seriously, the educated blacks, I'm sad what they've been doing to the poor people in the South. I'm sad.
you lying too.
But that's what you believed at the time.
Yes.
And that motivated you to tell the police anything they wanted to hear. Get you home, right?
I was always gonna do that, but it's just like it scared me more.
I want to go into Jeffery
They scared
Williams
him more.
JW 240.
They scared them more. Yeah. Bedtime will scare you more. The whole intention. I told y'all. Literally scared them. Lack of knowledge scared them. Let me tell you the difference. See, if you know what you're getting yourself involved in, you know the time that you're facing and they can't juice you. Yeah. That don't hold that. Shut up. You capping. Cap. Know the law. Know what that. I know the charges. I don't get myself involved in nothing I can't handle. Y'all ain't never heard that? Yo, you ain't supposed to have nothing on you can't handle. Straight like that. So if I see something on you and I know you can't handle that time that come with it, I'm out of there. How you doing with that? Nah, let me get out of here. Holmes ain't right.
CC is Colette. It states exhibit number 378. YE is in Aaron. It's again June 10th. Same interview. 2015. This is a little later. This is 12:08, 22 to 12:10, 50.
Did they give him sympathy? No.
And on this
No, they take advantage of it. Nah, they not giving, their job depends on the lack of education from the criminals. Straight up. They ain't getting nobody smart. Smart dudes is lifting their head up, already dozed off. When the police come in there like, hey, what's going on? I want to talk to my lawyer, and put their head back down. Come on, bro. You don't even need anybody smart to know what time it is. The rule is that no oblate. No oblate. That's the real smart rule. They even tell you. You see what happened? They walk in the room thinking they was about to bust something down. As soon as the dude say, can I speak to my lawyer? They walk out the room with their tails tucked. We seen this a million times on the show. Come on, man. They like, damn. Thought we was going to get you to talk. Crush their heart, man. Like a prom, like somebody got left hanging at the prom or something. Yeah.
one, you said, man, so what can I do? I don't know why. I'll do whatever, man. I'll wear a camera. Detective said, listen to me. I'll do whatever, man. I'm glad you mentioned that, said Detective Gaither. I'll do whatever, man. I promise to God, man. Detective said, I'm glad you mentioned that because last Thursday, Miss Kim Dammers is a United States attorney. like the person, the head person for the federal prison system.
Damn.
And I basically broke down to her
Yo, hold,
everything we had so far
Brian.
in your
Stay,
case.
hold, Brian. Yo, how, bro? How, bro? How is Woody, like, case made it up to the head person that runs the federal prison system, y'all? Like, just think about this. I want y'all to really, like, nobody you know case made it to these types of people, bro. I'm telling you, you could talk to the people you know that's locked up. Be like, yo, yo, your case ain't get thrown around to some like super high level people. No, bro. He's special edition. Yo, his story's starting to sound like goddamn Charleston White. Who remember Charleston White saying his case was getting picked up to go through? He the first prisoner to be such and such, such and such. He stopped telling them stories now. Uh-oh. Never really been in jail fully for him to understand that couldn't happen to him. Name is Woody White. What? That name is terrible. Tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. Appreciate you being here. Straight up. They turned the Jiffy Mac on, man. They just turned it on, man. Holla. They got the cams on. Ain't nobody talking, though. Stop speculating, bro. Talking about raps, bro. If you oddly shift the content to something that doesn't matter, bro, or it's like oddly different from something I was talking about, I'm going to thank you. So relax. Mwah. Try again. Salute. Straight up. I appreciate y'all being here. Tap the like button. Straight up, if you new, subscribe to the channel. Type something in the chat. Let us know where you from. For real. You can also get cases thrown out if they obtain evidence through illegal methods. Real. Yo, we got a lot of people that's they wanted Thug, y'all, so they was letting a lot of dudes off to get information, y'all, straight like that. And anybody around that they thought they could wind up getting information through them for Thug later, looked like they put him back on the street. Couple dudes made out. Yeah. Looked like the dudes who was hardballing, y'all, went to
I
jail.
just want to see if the court would give me time to do a proffer with Mr. Copeland. I want to, obviously, I want to, but I will, whether I want to or not, but I will follow your order about the ex parte June 10th conversation, Judge Glanville's chambers. And you told me there's some off limits, and I look at my notes, and I'm not sure. I think, and you.
Oh, Brian still on one already. Yeah, Brian still turned already. He came in hot.
Your Honor, I just want to see if the court would give me time to do a proffer with Mr. Copeland. I want to, obviously, I want to, but I will, whether I want to or not, but I will follow your order about the ex parte June 10th conversation, Judge Glanville's chambers. And you told me there's some off limits, and I look at my notes, and I'm not sure. I think the state opened the door to it. They asked a direct about that meeting, but I don't want to come close to your order violation. So what I'd like to do is ask Mr. Copeland about the whole thing. Judge Glanville's there, what Judge Glanville said. You seem to, according to my notes, indicate to me you're not permitting that. That's my understanding. And of course, I need to make a proffer. Proffer, I guess, is memorialized in the transcript itself, which is in the record. But, you know, the fact that Judge Glanville said, we need your testimony. Judge Glanville said, so long as you don't tell a big whopper, as Miss Love told you earlier, I want all that to come out before the jury. I think it shows coercion, and I think it shows the way that, possibly to Mr. Copeland, I don't have any good faith beliefs because I never spoke with him. I don't know what he would say, but that the prosecutor, or prosecutors, but prosecutor, I'm going to say, and the judge, the former judge, were holding hands and working together. And I think that that goes to the jury instruction that courts don't have any interest in the case, save a fair trial for everybody. Because I would never, and I will make it clear, I'm not talking about this court, but we were with Judge Glanville for X number of months. And the jurors saw him act a certain way. So I would like to get into, in addition to that, I plan on, unless, and this I don't believe hurts your order. And if I just interrupted you, you're about to say something.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I thought you were finished.
Plan on going into the fact that Mr. Copeland did say, it's on the transcript, everything, I did all these crimes. That's not a quote, but it's somewhere in that transcript, and I can get the quote. I'd like to get into that and ask him what he meant by that.
You could ask him that.
Okay. I'd like to ask him about Judge Glanville saying, so long as you don't tell a bold face, I forget the word, but bold face whopper lie, basically, but it may not be a quote. They won't prosecute you. I'd like to get into that and what that meant to him. And I think I'd like to get into the fact that he said, I've been telling everyone I am a liar. The most truthful thing I ever said is what I just said by calling myself a liar.
You can ask him that
I thought,
well.
I thought I could. I just want to make sure that. So I think I covered it, but it's really that the environment. He didn't ask for that meeting. What his belief is between former judge, excuse me, I'll make it clear, and the state of Georgia, the prosecutor, he believed that they were working together.
All right. Well,
Coercion. That's really what I'd like to get.
Understand. I continue to believe that that's
Taji, salute.
not appropriate to come before the jury. The things that I said you can get into just now, you can ask him about. In terms of whether whatever happened in this meeting amounted to coercion, you don't need a proffer for that. I mean, that's going to be a legal determination. It's one I have already made. And if I'm wrong and this case ends in a conviction, I'm sure there will be an appeal, and that can be determined. I mean, that'll be a legal determination to be made. So you don't need to make a proffer for that. And you already have before the jury that Judge Glanville was a part of the meeting and that nobody from the defense was a part of the meeting. And I don't recall the state opening the door to that, but just it kind of came up naturally in your questioning of Mr. Copeland. He said, oh, you mean in the judge's chambers? And so you were able to ask questions about that. So that's really already before the jury as well. And in terms of the bullface whopper thing, you know, you've, I think, already asked him and can ask him again what he understood to be meant by perjury. And I think that that's enough. I don't think we need to spend time on that otherwise. So,
Can I just make one record?
Sure.
I understand the court's ruling.
Yes.
I'm not trying to change it, or I'd like to change it, but I'm not trying to go against the standards of ruling. I believe that coercion is actually a jury question. I think that the jurors get to take each witness and determine their motive, their interest, and their bias. And I think that this goes into Mr. Copeland's makeup for a trial in this case. So I would like to ask.
Okay, but the thing with that is that we have instructed the jury to disregard all of that, and we've properly instructed him and let him ask questions if he wanted to, and gotten him counsel, and anything that might have come from that we've redone anyway.
To an extent, but doesn't it carry the witness? When I said the witness, Mr. Copeland, I mean, he's the one that the jurors are judging credibility. The state is saying, it's interesting, witness, because the state is saying he's a truthful man, basically in 2015. He's untruthful in 2024. I am saying the exact, I am diametrically opposed. So we both agree that he's untruthful, and we both agree that at some point he's truthful. So I think that it goes to his trial maker, or he should know what happened to him in the course of this trial. So that's I'm very well aware you ruled. I'm not trying to relitigate a ruling. I entrust it. I just want to make a record in case it does go to the appellate court.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm diametrically opposed.
Yes.
I looked for cases.
Yes.
I do have some cases that even during trial it could be a prior and consistent statement. But you said, and I'm talking about the
Right.
he's an innocent man, June 27, 2024 posting by Mr. Copeland. So we're clear. And I'll submit it with the court's permission for the record so the appellate court can see Williams or JW 36A. It's already on the thumb drive.
Yeah, it's on there.
Just so the appellate court, if God forbid it goes up, needs to look at it. But I believe what this court said is, yes, it has to be prior to the statement, but I have case law that says no, it's just prior. It could be during trial. You know, the witness walks out of court and says, "Oh, so glad they didn't ask me about this because I told them A, but the truth is B." That's a prior consistent statement you could recall. But I think your question was actually deeper. Your question is, but he is saying today on the witness stand that they're lies, that your client is innocent. That's what I took. So it's really, you really put a layer in there in addition to what I was targeting at first about prior consistent statement. And now I would like you to consider it as a prior consistent statement because he has made now consistently outside of court a statement consistent with his in-court testimony, and the state challenging that Ms. Hilton specifically said, you haven't said that you lied until 2024. That's an actual clip from the trial that I'll be playing because I have jail calls before 2024, so I think it impeaches. But he says, I think his answer is, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I think it's, I don't recall, but whatever, he answered that question. But he definitely didn't say, oh no, I've been saying this before 2000. So I think that it should come in as either as an inconsistent or consistent statement. But either way, I think it's inconsistent, and I still get to impeach him with all of the statements about innocence, that Mr. Williams or others are innocent, versus what the state put in the 2015 statements and jail calls. And if that doesn't carry the day, then I think it's a consistent statement.
Okay, so on the consistent statement part, you're saying that the state in its examination has suggested that Mr. Copeland's trial testimony is fabricated.
They definitely said that. I
And
believe, yes.
so you want to offer this post he made in June of this year,
Correct.
after he had already been testifying,
That's all true.
as a prior consistent statement. But in order for a prior consistent statement to come in, it has to have been made before the alleged recent fabrication. And it's made either contemporaneously with or after the assertion by the state that essentially his trial testimony is not the truth. So it wouldn't come in as under that kind of evidentiary rule either.
I don't remember the case. I sit here, I can get it, or if somebody has it. But that's been challenged now. I don't know why, because that makes sense to me before the recent fabrication, motivation, lie.
Right, because then it's,
Otherwise, just a
here's a reason we should be able to give credence to this.
I understand. I still would like to put it in, but I will obviously.
Okay, well, it's in for the record.
Okay. So don't use it, usually you tell me.
That is what I'm telling you.
I'm being told, and if this is true, and I don't particularly remember this, so please check the record or let someone else say that this. I was handed a note that the prosecution has intimated or said that Mr. Copeland is just saying that they or Jeffrey's innocent because Mr. Williams is here in court. He wasn't there on the tweet. So I adopt that argument if that was said. I can't tell you that was said, but that was said. I adopt that argument.
Okay.
And just
I know it was suggested in motions hearings.
my strong recollection is to state in cross-examining Mr. Copeland,
Well,
or in direct example,
right.
hostile witness,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Copeland has said that Mr. Williams is here today. These gentlemen are here today, and this is the first time you are saying that what you said in 2015 is a lie. And the reality is these social media posts, what tweets or whatever an Instagram thing is, they are statements by Mr. Copeland outside the presence of Mr. Williams and the other gentlemen here today. And so that directly contradicts what the state's theory behind Mr. Copeland changing his story, that's the state's argument, is. So if they're going to argue that the only reason he's saying this now is because these gentlemen are sitting here looking at him, I believe that his social media post is fair game, because clearly they weren't sitting there looking at him when he's making the social media post.
Well, Chart, another conflict of interest is if he said the truth in the interrogations, then they would have to pay attention to him saying that he wasn't a gang member. Thug is a rapper. YSL is a record label. He never incriminated YSL as being the group that's going against another gang. He never said any of that. So if we really going off of the state's description of what he was saying in that interrogation and what they want us to believe, so if he was telling truth then, we ain't got no RICO. They got the wrong guys. Straight up. If he was telling the truth in that joint, that mean they supposed to have, Thug not supposed to be involved. So, I mean, it's layers to that.
Okay, I understand your argument. My ruling stays the same.
Remember, that is my argument. Who remembered me stopping and making this argument about them claiming that he's only lying now because he's scared? Remember, I told y'all they was basing their whole argument on bringing everybody up, saying they only switching their testimony because these dudes is in the courtroom right now. But I told y'all, that's a conflict of interest because technically it's things in them interrogation rooms that doesn't fit the state case. Seriously. So if they saying vaguely he's telling the truth back then and not now, what you doing? Holmes said it ain't. He said the beef was between him and Kells. He said all types of stuff back then. So we going off of everything he said in the interrogation. We ain't got no RICO. Because he was all over the place for one. He's not hard stamping his YSL. He's not saying his Thug until he was in cuffs. And that's when the Fulton County Blue come in, y'all. Yeah. So if he was telling the truth in the interrogation room, how his story changed?
Jury's ready. Okay, let's get Mr. Copeland, please, and then we'll get the jurors.
Yo, don't ask me how me and Love is matching today. Other members have admitted to YSL being a gang. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all tripped me out with that. We tackled this problem, T. We could be a gang all we want. Not illegal. Sorry. Now you want to help me write the bill that stops the state from illegitimately framing people as being a gang just to stack up extra charges on them? Because that's what we need to do. If we gonna talk about it.
Use
Whoa.
for you some jail calls.
They got straight to it.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Mr. Steele.
You could go ahead and put your colors up. I don't know what color that is. Cinnamon.
On, if you remember, on August 12th this year, today would be the 28th. So, talking about 2 weeks ago plus, Prosecutor Hilton said to you that it's only now in 2024 that you are saying that every.
Oh, mocha. Then we gotta switch that. We're gonna call it Folgers then. Let's call it Folgers.
Everything you said in 2015 is a lie. Is that correct? You remember that question by any chance?
Yes.
I would like to introduce through you some jail calls. You have time with your lawyer. Don't tell anyone what you discussed with your lawyer. That's privilege. But did you have time to listen to jail calls that I gave your lawyer a couple of days ago?
We listened to them yesterday.
Okay. And on those jail calls, is that your voice?
Yes.
And are you speaking with people that you know, significant others?
Yes.
Family members, friends? Is anything different about any of those jail calls? Like, did anyone amend it, change it? You know what I mean? Like, to your knowledge, or does it sound like the conversation that you remember or had?
It was me talking on the phone.
Okay. And during year 2022 and 2023, you remember being housed. By housed, I mean you were in custody and put in the Fayette County Jail. Is that your memory?
Yes.
Okay. And the Fayette County Jail recorded calls that you made, jail call like they do in pretty much every prison and jail?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, I would like to move for admission Williams exhibit number 250. And
Yo, why they put that boy on the Summer Jam screen like that? Yo.
Your Honor, A is cumulative, so it'll be 250B, Barry, C as in Colette, D as in David, and E as in Aaron. And this is the same thumb guard I get down before at the party. Children.
All right, these are from 2022, all of them.
They're from, I'll announce the date and time, Your Honor, but
Okay.
December 2022 through February 2023.
Okay.
Four different calls.
They're admitted.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Copeland, I'd like you to listen. Series of jail calls. You can't hear.
Yo, it's like you at the NBA game and you sitting way in the back. You gotta watch the game from the screen. Yo, they did him like that, cuz. You like, yo, is that Kobe down there? I can't even see his face. Then you look up, you like, oh yeah, there you go, right there. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh.
Your headphone there. First call I'd like to do with you. I'm going to go in date order. It's not in the order of my DC and E. So this is actually 250E as in Aaron. It's December 21, 2022 at 1:23.
Got that boy like you watching Drake from the cheap seats, bruh.
PM.
Oh, they got the tissue out for him early. They trolling. Yo, it's saucy in here. It's crazy. Oh, he mad. Oh, yeah.
And if you listen to it, I'm going to then ask you some questions.
Oh, yeah.
And after it plays for just a moment, I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, just tell the jurors who you speak. Okay? It'll play
What
just for a
call
little bit
from?
and just tell the jurors who you speak.
An incarcerated individual at Fayette County Jail. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like to thank you for using Securus, you may start the conversation now.
Yeah. Anyway. Everybody's talking, but these folks got something. They got some of HD.
They there, so do.
I believe.
That boy just started his conversation with anyways.
When they be like, all right, when I first got locked up for this case right here, where I'm locked up for now, they came to me like, if I cooperate, they give me a year with no probation. If I give my testimony. So I was like, I listened to him. I was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with this case. I don't got anything to say. I'm not a witness or whatever. So I was like, man, I just asked this. I mean, y'all not putting me a part of it. Because the DA man was like, oh, it's okay. We don't need you. Like, we have so many people telling on young thugs. I was like, well, you know what I mean? I just asked this. Y'all don't try to drag me in. You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah, they ain't saying no other name.
Yeah.
Where they got.
They gonna wait till the last minute.
No. Get up to them saying, what happened? Oh.
He like, y'all did this to me. Y'all locked me up, put me in the feds, gave me 5 years. I got out of jail. Y'all still targeting me. Some motherfuckers shooting at my family, kill Kenny, and y'all blame everything on me.
Kenny. Who Kenny?
And y'all find out I don't have anything to do with it now. Instead of y'all just leave me alone, just let me get peace. Y'all try to drag me into this shit here. This just shit they really be bothering me, man. Wait. They don't get no damn.
Well, no, they don't. I was watching the movie last night, and the police, the man, he was doing everything they were saying. It was a federalist. And he was like, they don't give no fuck about me. They just want to complete their case. Because when they got his ass in there and he did what they told him to do, he called him and he was like, done. He didn't even beat him like that. He had to kill a damn guard to get out.
But these motherfuckers, every time they try to come out here and try to add me that shit, right? I told him, I said, let me see. The lady said one thing. She said, first she's like, if something happened to me, she's going to do everything in her power to investigate. I was like, damn, you already got it in your mind.
That's all she's going to do. Yeah.
I said, you already got it in your mind something happened to me. So, but I said it to myself. I said, let me tell y'all something. I said, y'all dragging me in this, you know what I mean, trying to make me a part or make it seem like, oh, I'm cooperating. My whole thing is, I'm trying to prove my innocence. Y'all trying to pin a murder charge on me. Hey, man, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with no murder. Everybody saying I did it. Ain't got nothing to do with it. I lied on Doug because, you know what I mean, I found out that I can't say that. I can't say that on the phone, but, you know what I mean? It's some shit happened between me and him back then. And just so happened I got locked up in Mississippi. Feel me? You remember Mary's son? It's some shit happened between me and him back then. And just so happened I got locked up in Mississippi. Me and him back then. And just so happened I got locked up in Mississippi between me and him back then. You know what I mean? It's some shit happened between me and him back then. And just so happened I got locked up in Mississippi. Feel me? You remember Mary's son?
Who?
Mary's son.
That Mary?
Yeah, the one who.
Oh yeah, I heard. That day.
I would have said all day before.
Oh shit. Trez told me about this.
What is it? The one who.
Oh yeah, I heard. Check this. Right, Mary?
Yeah, the one who.
Oh yeah, I heard. Check this.
I would have said did it something.
Oh shit. Trez told me about this.
Nah, I wasn't talking about that, but I was you waiting to just try what I was just say, but you don't say too much.
Well, shit, my bad. But Trez told me about it all. Cause it blew me.
Nah, I wasn't talking about that. But I was just use this scenario. I mean, at being that had overheard me and somebody else having a conversation. I mean, so he was in sister's house. Yeah. This nigga was late. No, sister, our cousin.
Oh.
This nigga was laid up in her bed, and I was in the living room.
Oh.
This nigga was late.
Yeah.
This nigga was late. No, sister, our cousin.
Oh.
This nigga was laid up in her bed, and I was in the living room. I was in the living room telling nigga. I was telling my partner, like, man, look, man, these fuck niggas got, this and that and third. I'm telling him what's going on, like, these fuck niggas flying on me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm telling him that these niggas flying on me, this nigga get a whole conversation come out the room.
Mm-hmm.
So when I my mouth dropped. I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm like, so he heard the whole conversation. Until like, shit, fuck it, I mean, I already know you should go back and let them niggas know what's up. But he tried to tell me that, when I was talking about, I was wrong. I ain't know what I was talking about. I'm like, yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. Ain't stupid.
That's shit crazy. There's a mug. I said, that shit crazy as hell. Y'all need to put that motherfucker in my feet.
Then after that, then what's his name went to kind of posting on his Instagram page and try to come back around. I ain't come back around y'all niggas. I know y'all got me. Man, y'all be crazy ass thinking I'm stupid. You're like, if you bullshit where he was telling somebody else like, man, some. He was saying that because
it's some gloves and stuff. No, I hear you. I can't stand him, motherfucker. Now, that's why I don't do. When I be listening, you authority. My son, you got my son in the oven. I'm telling you, I'm listening. I was telling somebody else.
I really be trying to get the rundown without saying. I mean, too much, but
I ain't down, I'm listening.
Red said everything else. I got concerned about him, man. I think Red might be sick.
You dirty bastard.
Oh.
He is sick. But I don't think he's like asking sick. And then how did his grandma feel? You ain't never asked him about that.
Try him back.
I think he's doing okay. You know, he told you he'd be sweet. He said when he'd be sweet, he'd be getting out his hold on, let me call him back. Give me some syrup. No, he ain't answered.
Yeah, okay.
How much? Mm-hmm. But this shit ain't going. They ain't talking about that how they was talking about that shit last time. They ain't biting on it. No, I was saying they weren't talking about it.
They ain't talking about what?
Yeah, well, the damn case how they was talking about it first.
Yeah.
He said no service where he is.
So great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What?
That guy got them get the hell up out of the damn room, boy. I tell these little bitch ass don't be waiting.
I knew they didn't give me Kent number, so I said Kent send me some goddamn money. Hold on. Hold on.
Tap the like button. Good morning. Salute to everybody in here. Yeah.
I'm gonna get in. Go ahead and say, tell little boy I'm good and don't drop the soap on purpose. LOL.
Say, you been having me word, goddamn.
Don't drop the soap on purpose. Them zesty jokes starting to heat up. They starting to hit different.
It'll be good as long as you done lost that weight you're supposed to lose. As long as you take your medicine, keep that shit up.
Ain't no telling anybody lost that weight. That nigga got,
He probably had to. I don't know how big he was.
You didn't hear what he was, how he was talking to us last night. No, I'm saying, you got to listen to a person. A person try to cover the truth, but you listen how he said it, you'll hear it more too.
He said, tell him I'm good. He said, tell him I'm good.
He just said it again.
Huh?
He just said it again.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. So he said, all right.
I said, and I love him forever with his bitch ass, LOL.
Yeah. He just started rubbing me the wrong way just now.
You so stupid.
I ain't no surgery yet. It's kept. These folks got y'all motherfuckers thinking, goddamn, that I'm working the other one. Shit.
Boy. I got cold and you open that door.
Say what?
First. Yeah, cold.
Him and Shamar and Charleston White was making plans to take over the world last night.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. She's a stinky ass. She might be high.
No. A bit.
How many minutes?
Maybe they got a gun on her side. 12.
Yeah.
We got that phone out. Woo-hoo.
Hey, bro, he used to mess with her? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I don't do too much phone boning. Yo, phone boning right now. Like, they talking like girls. Hey, bro, I don't even talk to girls like that too long on the phone. I'm ready to pull up. We could have a long conversation. Like, once I'm grown, like, I ain't, like, what is this? What they doing, bro? For real, like, something a little bit fishy about this conversation. Like, it wasn't just like, yo, I got something to tell you, you feel me, because I'm in the loop. Like, what is this? They having like a long conversation. Like, yeah, this is our convo for the day. Bro, what is this?
Hello.
The texture of this call is kind of funny. Thug did what? Thug used to date this chick? What y'all talking about?
What's your plan from her? It's up, we woke the kid up. No don't have to leave. Hello. She got a phone on Do Not Disturb. I sit. Hands on you. Get off the table. You say what? I got it. Yeah. Renee never ain't coming. Who? Renee up there. Yeah. Ricky did call back yesterday. My bad. Well, she was here when she get the money. She be one of the week. Yeah. Oh, why did it say? Didn't you say something about Cornelius Jackson? Who? Cornelius Jackson.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they did say that name. They said some of the goddamn names. I said they said.
Nah, Chanel in the chat. You been talking to the wrong dude, Chanel. The real dudes don't talk on that jack. Nah, they don't play that jack like that. They get into the chicken. It's a whole world going on in there, whereas though you don't gotta check on the outside world. Yeah, try and check in on the outside world, you a goofy. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, cuz. Relax. What you keep checking out there for? Bro, I'm telling y'all.
He a witness? Did they say Condarius Jackson was a witness? Yeah. They did? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That nigga out. He out? Yeah, they let Diva please. They who? Let Diva please. Oh. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You motherfucker let them pick and choose what they gonna let out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They hear themselves. So they say they trying to make it seem like they got a case by still keeping you locked up and shit. They saying like, oh.
Rules is, bro, you in here now, bro. You don't need to call out there and check on that, bro. Stop. You ready to just make your time longer, cuz. Relax. Get off that jack. Now, you making business calls or you just parlaying, checking in? That's legit. Business calls and checking in. You feel me? All that old, you phone boning, that's what you do. You on the jacks all day, as much as possible. You a straight joker.
You still got their main witness. They don't know. They ain't got it. Shit, they do. That's it. These people not stupid. They won't be going out of their way. Well, something that they speak. But they can't make you justify. If we don't want to, they can't. Oh, no, it ain't me. It's somebody else. I don't know who it is. I'm just saying, it ain't me. See, they made me there trying to call that lady to the stand, and they done said she was dead several times, because she was a witness too. Oh, Lala? Yeah, I remember her because she was a late on friend. That's crazy. How the heck could she be a witness? And then the judge even asked how she died, so they was like a brain aneurysm. I said, oh, that scared me. A brain what? Aneurysm. Yeah. How the hell can I not be a witness? Who the hell do she know? When they walked to the, whenever they walked to somewhere, they said she was somebody's wife, but we know that's a lie. I think Debbie, her son, right? Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's not even her husband, that's her son. I knew that for a fact, so he was going crazy when she passed. And, but they was like,
when they came to question her again, they said she don't know nothing about nothing. She don't know what they talking about. So I was like, that's real funny. But they said bring her to the stand because she passed.
Yeah.
So the judge had to ask how she passed and write it down.
So yeah.
These motherfuckers so good. I need 2 more in the hood. Sit down. You don't play with hot stuff.
I said they just bought some more books in here. I got some books to read.
He got books to read. Uh-oh. 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 That boy got busted. They got some new books for you? All right. Remember that.
Now, need to move. What I can say,
All right.
I have been said I didn't bring some.
Bentley mother was mentioned? I ain't even hear that. Where?
You said bring me some.
So call her a book.
I can't hear you.
I was trying to call her a book. I was trying to see if we see your package. I keep sticking on. I was gonna have everybody to do it. I was gonna be on there, but you can't even do it. It's not letting you click on it.
Shit. Yeah, you do get the motherfuckers in Miami shit.
I know, and then I had features. No, it was saying we could select a package, but you can't.
Yeah. Cause these folks, man, they don't sell no tater chips on the show. They don't sell no soups on the show. They only sell pies and candy. They
Got
fuck
it.
that up.
Try to make y'all some damn diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
But see me, one pack of cookies, it might take me 2-3 days to eat one pack of cookies.
That's me.
What?
I got to want the cookies when I want them.
What? Yo, they talking about cookies right now. She too fluffy to be talking about cookies on the jail call, bro. This is ironic.
Don't say put me some on the earth.
She look like she love cookies. I like chicks that like cookies.
Mm-hmm. I seen Dale call this morning. I know she probably pick up on you.
Yeah.
I was asleep. I heard woke up and went back to sleep.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Get down here. You heard me?
She kind of heard.
Yeah, she sound like Simpson. Yeah, I read them both with Steve. Sit down.
You have 1 minute left.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but shit, I don't know. I ain't got shit to talk about. She your ass.
Don't
Facts.
worry about that shit. Stop worrying.
Nah, I ain't worried. I just think like shit. Anybody else sit down phone and shit.
Oh,
What? You bitch don't want to talk to me or something? Yeah.
no, I said it's just crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't. It doesn't make no sense to it.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, I don't get no fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, I ain't saying it to me. It's just shit.
I know you started talking to me when you got shit to talk about. You know, I understand you want to follow the whole system.
Your ass and these bad nigga know what you do.
How the hell I be knowing what to be saying? I can go in and out. Because if you out, you dance when you say me no sense. I don't think what you all right. You don't know.
I'll be called back.
All right.
Thank you. The caller has hung up. Thank you for using Securus. Good.
Brooklyn, would you mind telling the jury, the person you're speaking with, who that is in relation to you?
My sister.
Okay. And did you hear,
Cat.
and I'm going to ask the court, I'm going to replay.
Cap. Still, don't let him slide.
it, but did you hear there, December 21, 2022, during this conversation with your sister that you mentioned that you lied on Thug? Did you hear that in there?
Yes.
Can you play Mr. Kokomo at 3:21?
That's his sister, as in somebody I smashed that I just don't call, it wasn't a girlfriend, like local, nah, bro, not sis. That ain't your real sister, bro. Stop.
on.
Yo, I don't play that. If that ain't your blood relative, don't say nothing like that to me, man. I don't do none of that. This my bro, this my brother, this my sister. Y'all smashed. That's how I'm taking it. If we outside and if somebody say something like that, I'm going to look at both of y'all in the face. If y'all do not resemble each other in some type of manner, or if nobody ever mentioned that either one of y'all got a brother or sister, I'm assuming that y'all smashed. Stop playing. Like, what we doing? Like, we ain't doing that. And you better not be with me and say somebody else your brother. I'm ready to check right there. Hold, your brother who? Your blood, that's your son, your father's son?
And I'll tell you when to stop and then you announce the time, okay?
Huh? Who? That's your mother or your father's son?
Ain't got nothing to do with no birthday. Everybody, and I get it. Ain't got nothing to do with it. I lied on Thug because, you know what I mean, I found out that he I can't say that. I can say that on the phone, but, you know what I mean? It's some shit happened between me and him back then. And just so happy I got locked up the next day. You feel me?
Mm.
You remember Mary's son?
What number did it stop at? Winfrey, did you get
Murray Treadwell?
3 minutes and 43 seconds. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. You were right. Mr. Copeland, you arrested in April, if you remember, April 2015 by law enforcement.
What year?
2015.
2015?
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
You remember the song Halftime that the jurors have heard about?
Yes.
That being released. I'm not saying created, but released in and around April 2015.
They were released when I was in jail.
Okay. All right. And the timing of that release was not good for you. The police used the lyrics of Mr. Williams as against you, that Woody would, whatever the words are, punch someone in the noggin or shoot someone in the noggin, whatever the words are, right?
Yes.
That was not good for you at that time.
Right.
At the time. All right, I'd like to play with you, if you don't mind. Your Honor, this is Jeffery Williams 250C, as in Colette. This is February 19th, 2023. It's at 3:52 p.m. Again, Fayette County Jail. Recorded call. If you don't mind listening to this, please.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an incarcerated individual.
Jody.
Fayette County Jail. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number to accept charges, and thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, the phone, the damn phone gonna hang up.
No, I thought you hung up.
Nah,
Push that phone back up on the door. Hello.
what's been going on?
It's same shit. Same shit.
Anybody call?
They can call. That girl called. I said, these hoes don't want no information. Girl called about your business.
And what she
She
say?
said, look, she's talking about the, hold on. She texted at 3 o'clock in the morning again. She got one more time to text at 3 o'clock. Both of her. It's like, you tell him to call me. I don't have money on my phone, but if y'all do tell him to call me, you are the other sister. Thank you.
Hey, he said, you made your mind up.
Oh, I'll be my phone.
What did you want?
They don't watch the video.
No, what's your name? You went crazy on me.
Cool.
Crazy.
You talk to him?
Yeah. Like, she to my, I brought her name up.
lying? Now, why she lying?
Shit, I don't know. That's what she said.
She lied like a motherfucker. All you said was she ain't had nothing to do with that, and you want to put that in her car. And then Rambler said that I was about this close saying something to that little bitch ass nigga.
What happened?
He always got to be the main one. I don't know nobody else, but he just feel he's laughing. I just want to say, look, you little dick in the booty, bitch. Don't just delete this shit.
You take the number?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about at 3 o'clock now.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Oh.
Yeah,
I said, soon I see the phone down.
I changed room. I changed room, so I mean, when I come out, I can call y'all. Yeah. Text your number real quick. Hey, yeah.
Damn. That boy in a big ass mansion dorm. Y'all heard that reverb? That boy in a big ass cell. Yo in a giant cell. You heard that reverb? Ain't nobody in there with that boy. Golly.
I have a text because you're going to hang up in my house.
Huh?
Hello? Yeah. You say what now?
How you do that? Yo turned around and yelled, and it sounded like he in a cathedral. He turned back to the phone. That boy, what is he in? Where he at?
Hey, if they play the number, can you not put it on there?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure it's been called today.
Should not be there.
You said, what you said the whole thing on where?
Should
YouTube?
not be there.
Don't worry about the numbers now, boy.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
just
they
make sure.
don't put it. When I say you everywhere, they
Your Honor, is that okay if the phone number is played for privacy?
What? He in the warden's office. Yo, that's crazy.
No. I don't believe it's played, though.
Okay. We can redact. But can
Okay.
you just skip over that part?
I don't think it's in there, but in case I'm wrong. Okay. Do it. Thank you. Thank you.
That boy testifying with his jewels on.
everything well.
Yo got the white gold dookie rope on underneath of the white tee. Stop playing with him.
I know Trey said most folks were playing. I said Trey, they're blocking. You just know to be fucking ready. Somebody pull up on you, just air their ass out.
So I think we ain't gonna do out here.
I don't give a damn.
Huh?
Open that door. I don't care if you hot, go take a bath.
If you hot, take a bath. Damn, that's gangster.